because you always just got to attack it when defending.
I think it's like
Hope everyone's doing well and safe. People deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in each and every time. Like I said in my Crystal Palace versus Arsenal 4-2 victory in that game, the review of our 4-2 victory, I apologize for coming to you lot with a late review of the 23's game where we won 2-1 against Spurs. And, you know, obviously credit to Omari, Huchinson, credit to Kido, Taylor-Hart, credit to every Charlie Patton or every player that was involved. I don't want to even pick out individuals. Man to a man, I think we played well. Obviously, it had everything. It had a red card. Omari's probably the man of the match. You know, we reacted well. I really liked how we play. And I keep saying that. I'm not just saying that for the sake of saying it, but these boys make me proud to be an Arsenal fan. How they react to going a goal down, how they just carry themselves. It's honestly very, very admirable. If I share my notes with you guys, just because it's easier for me to see on screen rather than leaning to my left, as I said, it was a typical derby game. You know, we won 2-1 if you don't know, but typical derby game, you know, meeting the tackles, you know, KG fairly end-to-end, opportunities for both teams to score. You know, again, I actually feel, considering they went down to 10 men and the second half was, you know, they were hitting us on the break with Jack Clark a couple of times and whatnot, but I feel we could have scored a bit more. And, you know, there was even one chance, Swanson, it was harder to not hit the target. Like you lot saw on Twitch, I couldn't believe it. You know, Spurs learned a lesson in it. Marcel's it, I can't remember his name, but that Marcel left back who used to be at Chelsea, he learned a valuable lesson. I think it was unfortunate how he got a second yellow. It's a collision with Omari Huchinson. Maybe it's a bit of a fullback bias, but I didn't think he deserved the second yellow. But Spurs' loss was our gain. They weren't, you know, as a fullback, you could see they're giving Omari too much space. The centre midfield and the left back and the left winger are not talking among each other, and he's able to exploit that. And lo and behold, he pops up with a goal and an assist, if I can remember correctly, but I'm sure my notes have it here. As I said, you know, typical derby game. It was lovely to come from behind, you know, Omari and Kido among the better players. And like I said, we all did well. As I said, they've got 2 goals and 2 assists between them. You know, if I remember correctly, yeah. Omari has 2 assists. Kido scored twice. You know, terrible defending for Kido's goals. Definitely the second one. You know, it's fantastic movement for him, but no one's marked him. It was obviously lovely to see Gabriel get 45 minutes, and he could have set up Mika. Mika should have scored. I don't know if it was a pass / clearance from Gabriel, but he was clear on goal. I don't know why it said centre back. It was meant to say we played 3 at the back. I think Omar looked very assured, operating in the 3, some lovely good touches, and he showed great intelligence for me to realise, yo, let me pull it over the top of this fullback's head into Omari's path. And I think that created a lot of problems beyond Spurs just going down to 10 men. Very cagey game initially, but it was an enjoyable one, quite end to end. I did feel the ref was killing the flow in the first half, giving needless fouls against both sides, which were not fouls. As I said, you know, Mika missed a fantastic opportunity, if I'm completely honest with you. And whatnot. You know, I did think Spurs came out very strong in the second half and they deserved to take the lead. You know, Jack Clark and whatnot were doing what they need to do. I can't even remember, but I'm pretty sure it was Alfie Devine. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but it's the move that they hit us on the break. It was a good move which led to the counter. And like I said, they were putting us under sustained pressure. They did deserve a goal, in my opinion, on the balance of things. Again, it's not the best of deliveries. It's not really a good corner, if I'm honest with you. You know, the finisher has made it look better. It's a tame effort of a corner to the front post. He's just flicked it on, and maybe the keeper, we could do better. Definitely where marking's concerned, should have done better, but our loss is their gain. They go 1-0. What I did like from our boys is, unlike the first team, they've gone to go down and they've forgiven themselves, and everybody's just starting to do 10% and more now. Everyone's starting to put more pressure, and I think Spurs started to succumb and try and camp in their own half, and we were smelling blood, and it did feel like we was going to score. I'm not going to lie, because of the chances we weren't converting, I was starting to think it weren't our day and things like that, but they kept their belief. Like I said, Spurs, even when they went a man down, they were still a problem, and they forced our keeper into good saves. Jack Henry Francis, who's starting at this level, I don't think he's going to make it at Arsenal, but I think he's going to have a good career. hasn't probably got the passing range in comparison to some of his younger peers, but he's an honest worker. He mucks in and he can hit a diag. And for me, unlike people in the first team, if it can be done in 2 touches, he tries to do it. And I think he was needed there. And I think he did well for when it became 1-1. He did well to find Omari. Omari's beat his man and put a ball into a good area. Kido Taylor-Hart's just simply been proactive, found himself in a space, and he's finished his dinner like you see here. It's 1-1. Lightning strikes twice, as does Kido Taylor-Hart. And again, similar things really and truly. Spurs down to 10 men. Marcel Lavinier, I can't forgive me for mispronunciation. He was getting stressed out, and I believe they when they went down to 10 men, they pulled Cisse over there, stressed out as well. Omari is stressing them out. He even went close with a free kick of his own, really and truly. But yeah, man, Omari's giving him a torrid time. I don't think he deserved that red card, if I'm completely honest with you. But it was intelligent play from Rekic in that whole second half, and the whole team to try and get Omari isolated 1v1 in that area, because the centre half's not pulling over either. You know, Swanson missed a great chance as well, people. Had a tough day in my opinion in the minutes he played. I can't lie to you. The sustained pressure we finally gave to Spurs finally paid off. As I said, this is meant to be down here. As I said, lightning strikes twice, people, because we'll remove it. But it's good initial build-up play. Omari Huchinson once again making man dance and skank. That's the best way to see it. Go and watch the highlights. He's got his head up. He's put the ball into a good area. That's what you're taught to do. And even if you can't see anyone, you're also taught to make a move off the ball. And Kido Taylor-Hart's done it, and it's an easier goal than his first, really. You know, 2 of the easiest goals he'll score this season. He taps home. Terrible marking from Spurs. Everybody's not looking over shoulders. He's free in the box. You know, an attacking player should never be that free. I actually feel he had time to take a touch, and knowing Kido, he could have probably done a rainbow flick or something. So yeah, I think we deserve to get our 2 goals. I think we worked hard. Yeah, they're down to 10 men, and for what it's worth from Spurs, it's a courageous effort, because I feel in the last couple of games now against Palace and Spurs at this level now, when teams have gone down to 10 men against us, we haven't made too much daylight. You know, Spurs were hanging on and they were hitting us on the counter because we're chasing the game, but we didn't really, you know, like what City would do at first team level, slaughter teams on the best of days, much less when they're down to 10. So that's something for these young players to learn. You know, let's not make games harder than it needs to be when we're presented with opportunities. As I said, Omari hit the bar from a free kick after winning the foul, but all in all, 2-1 was enough to do the business. And you know, it's a win against Spurs. It is what it is, people. You know, what can I say? Man to a man, I think every player done well. Carl Hein, if I can remember, he's in goal. We keep swapping the keepers, and like I said, I had to write all these off by memory again. Forced to make a number of big saves. There was even one time, you know, maybe he's been chilling with Leno too much, come off his line, he's headed it, then it looks like he's being closed down. He's kicked it. It was a bit of a madness at times, but you know, it was a good game to watch from a neutral point of view. Both sets of boys gave a good account of themselves, and fortunately for Arsenal, we won the game in it. So Arsenal 2, Spurs 1, Spurs 1, Tottenham. Well, a man said Tottenham. Spurs 1, Arsenal 2. In it, simple as that. Spurs 2, Spurs 1, Arsenal 2. Again, you can tell it's been a long day. I keep messing that up, but I think that's my cue to get out of here, people. Please make sure you hit the like button, you subscribe, and you know me when I can. There'll be more youth content and thoughts and whatnot around them. But until we buck up again, people, hit the like button. Stay safe. I'm out.
There's always just that active red flag, defending.
I think it's like